Ciao, my name is Kirsten Matthews, and for my Italian dish, I chose Lasagne Alla Bolognese. My brother Cameron and his girlfriend Ashley tagged along and helped throughout the process. For the recipe, I needed 1 yellow onion, 4 carrots, 4 celery stalks, and garlic. The recipe said dry white wine, but gave the option of picking red. I chose the Chianti. It also called for 1.5 pounds of ground beef and 1.5 pounds of ground pork. I already had the semolina durum flour, all-purpose flour, a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, grated Parmesan cheese, shredded whole milk mozzarella, olive oil, butter, salt and pepper, and a quart of whole milk. Also, I apologize in advance to anyone that's offended about the cat on the counter. That's Banana, and she's family, and we all know Italians are all about family. The recipe called for all-purpose flour, eggs, and water for the lasagna noodles, but I chose to try it the Italian way with just the semolina durum wheat flour and water. I used 2 cups of flour and a 1/4 cup of water at first, but felt it needed a little bit more water. I ended up having to make another batch as well. I kneaded the dough and it was tougher than I expected. Banana helped with her biscuit making skills. We then rolled it into a ball and wrapped it in saran wrap. It needs to sit for at least 30 minutes, but we let it sit for a little over an hour. We then started to chop up all the veggies. It called for a food processor, but we did not have one, so we used a food chopper instead. This was very time consuming and tedious, but we made it work. It only made sense to drink a little bit of the Chianti while making our dinner. It was then time to make the noodles. I split up the dough to make it easier to work with and laid down some flour. We also did not have a rolling pin, so we Googled alternatives and saw that an old wine bottle would work. This is not very easy if I'm being honest, but my arms and abs got a good workout that day. I conjoined all the pieces and made a sheet of pasta. I then sliced them into about 3-inch thick strips. step was to saute the mixed vegetables for about 4 to 6 minutes while frequently stirring over 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Then take a small break to say cheers, or chin chin as they say in Italy. The next step was to add the pork and ground beef. My pan was a little too small, so I split it up into 2 pans. Cook the meat until it's slightly brown. And as you can see, Banana was clearly getting a little hungry. You then add a 1/4 cup of red wine, then let it simmer to reduce the liquid. Once you get rid of most of the liquid, add the 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. I used an Italian brand to make it a little bit more authentic. And we now have our bolognese. The next step is to make the bechamel sauce, which is a white sauce made from butter, flour, and milk. First melt the butter, then add equal parts flour. Whisk continuously, and it should be a very thick consistency. Slowly add the milk until it becomes a smooth consistency. Add salt and pepper and a little bit of ground nutmeg at the end. I had actually tried the bechamel sauce and it was a hit. Now it was time to layer the lasagna. First do a thin layer of bechamel, then add a layer of bolognese. Sprinkle the mozzarella and parmesan, then add the lasagna noodles. We flash boil the lasagna noodles, but this step isn't necessary. Continue these layers until you fill up your dish. We did 3 layers. lasagna at 400 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes or until brown and crispy in the corners. We had a lot of fun with this, and the lasagna tasted even better than expected and paired really well with a heavy red wine.
That is really good.
She likes it. Ooh, banana approved. Oh my gosh, she really likes it.